Our today's topic is self-talk. Spoken words are very powerful, more so when we speak to ourselves. But we are hardly aware of it. We think aloud, we say a lot of things to ourselves, and often we get influenced by them unawares. Most of these self-talks are negative thoughts. The words grip us negatively. They drain out our energy, our vitality, our spirit. We fail to perceive the extent of damage they cause to us. Psychologists say negative self-statements increase our anxiety and depression. What we think determines how we behave and how we act. Saying negative things robs us of our zeal, our motivation, natural ability, and lowers our self-esteem. The person finds himself a good for nothing in the long run. Every day, we say a lot of things to ourselves, silently, aloud, or in writing. Psychologists say 77% of it is negative. It works against us. According to medical science, 75% of our illnesses are self-induced. We invite them ourselves. When we keep saying something repeatedly, our brain starts believing it. Our attitude, our behavior, our feelings, all these are formed by the years of conditioning. From our childhood, our parents or the elders keep saying to us what we can do or cannot do, what we look like, or what we believe in, what we should do or should not do. All these things give shape to our beliefs, our behaviors, and our feelings, and form a pattern in our subconscious mind. We are like a boat, controlled and commanded by a number of oarsmen. We grow up trying to comply with the expectations and directives of our parents and elders. Our thought patterns and acts are founded on this mental programming that keeps guiding our course of action. It's not that all these past conditionings are wrong. Our parents, elders, friends, and teachers are all our well-wishers. But at the same time, this pre-programming robs us of the freedom of a self-driven perception necessary to face the everyday reality. We have to live our life in our own terms. Self-belief is something we need to build our life upon. What others say about us is not unimportant, but more important is how I view myself. Some time ago, I met a middle-aged participant at a meditation camp. His life has gone haywire, and he had a stint at a rehab center for survival. The person told me, at one stage of life, I realized I am a bundle of what others think of me. It was at the rehab center I first time realized I didn't have the opportunity to know myself. I haven't led my life in my own terms so far. My experience at the rehab center helped me to know who I am. There I discovered myself, my true identity. The negative mental programming has to be replaced with a fresh, positive reprogramming. The person has to take himself or herself in his or her own control. He needs to begin a self-talk in a positive way. Self-talk is a habit with all of us. Our brain is inclined to linking up a new idea which is formed with the old belief that is already programmed in our subconscious mind. And unfortunately, most of our self-talks have a negative connotations. Like, sorry, I can't do this. This is, after all, not my job. This is not my cup of tea. I am no good at cooking. Please don't ask me to do this. I am no good in this job. In such situations, I always feel nervous. I stand no chance in this test. Things always go wrong with me. This is just impossible. Despair do come our way. But if the programming of our subconscious mind is negative, we cannot step out. We need to have a positive programming of the mind. The more we repeat the negative words, the more defeated we are. We see a lot of people talking about their illnesses and the pills and potions they take regularly. You will see that these people suffer from chronic illnesses. It is their fondness of the topic that is responsible for their illness. This is equally true in the case of the people who are excessively money-minded. They demand more and more money, but their sense of want is never fulfilled. Their sense of want grows every day. The more they demand money, the more is the sense of want. I would request you all to watch the words used by the caring parents, elders, and friends. They fail to perceive how their words become responsible for the lack of self-belief in the children, which leads to their failure in life. You are a hopeless fellow. Will you never learn to manage your things? How stupid you are. Your head is full of ashes. Can't you be like your sister? When will you acquire a little bit of common sense? In our attempt to ensure proper upbringing of the children, we use words which build wrong program in the subconscious mind of the children. Of course, it is done unwittingly, but by doing so, we develop an identity of the children which is accepted as truth. The subconscious mind believes everything you tell it firmly and repeatedly. It catches everything you say over and over again. We make a lot of self-statements. Most of it goes into forming our habits unnoticed. When we talk to others, we say more about our problems than about our abilities. As we grow up, we become conditioned to thinking in a particular way as our mode of self-talk. Our attitude becomes fixed. We talk to ourselves mostly negatively because we have developed the habit of thinking of the worst first. Let me give you an example. In the olden days, when an urgent telegram used to arrive, the whole family used to become tense and anxious, fearing that some bad message has arrived. But it often turned out to be so that the message was a pleasant surprise. But it always happened that whenever an urgent telegram arrived, the recipients were anxious about the message. Our brain functions in this mode. If we intend to turn the wheel, we can easily make a move. First, we need to change this negativity by ushering in new, fresh, positive self-talk. Reprogram ourselves with these new kind of words and statements so that we can look at life with positivity and self-belief. When you feel down and out, down and alone at the end of the day, start practicing talking to yourself. Talk positively with yourself. Talk about fresh, new things with yourself. You will find a lot of energy. You will be able to look at life with a new spirit.